Ladies and gentlemen, here are the 15 things that I've learned since losing my job. There is a reason for why what's happened to you. And that is because there's something else coming your way. There's something much better coming your way. If you need a living proof, then I am one. But if you do a bit of research, you will find that there is thousands and thousands of people with a similar story. You have to know that if a difficult situation, a life-changing situation happens, is because there is something better for you in store. If you can't find a reason for why what's happened, then create one. Life is not about finding yourself, life is about creating yourself. Similarly, you don't need anyone to tell you why what's happened. You can tell everyone why this particular thing has happened. You can give meaning to your life. You can create meaning for every single situation that you find yourself in, be it positive or negative. And that is up to you. And whether you choose for the situation to have a positive meaning or a negative one will obviously impact your life and your experience. So always choose a positive meaning. Make a schedule for yourself. When this sort of turmoil happens in your life, it often leads to inertia because you're already feeling like a failure, you're feeling depressed, and you don't really feel like doing much. And obviously inertia brings more inertia. So if you binge watch on Netflix, then you will want to watch one more show and one more, and 3 weeks will pass and you would have accomplished absolutely nothing. As difficult as it may be in those moments, create at least one thing for yourself every single day that you want to accomplish. Even if it's just for an hour or two, even if that's all that you can manage at the time, make yourself accountable every single day. I've tried it both ways, and actually without a schedule for the first few weeks, that was probably one of the main reasons why I felt so awful, because I felt like I wasn't doing enough and I felt like a failure and I was very scared, and I got stuck in this vicious cycle of not doing anything and not wanting to do anything. So make yourself a schedule. Another reason for making a schedule is because no matter how small it is, when you feel that you've accomplished something every single day, that will bring a mindset of success, and therefore you will be accomplishing more and more, and you will actually have more energy to accomplish more tasks every single day. Number 12, set standards for yourself and say no. This is probably one of the toughest pills to swallow, because we are a society that always teaches us to say yes to everything, say yes to unpaid jobs, say yes to 17-hour-long shifts, just say yes, even if it makes you miserable, because you're ahead of everyone else and you're succeeding in life. No. I'm here to tell you, say no. Say no to everything that you know you don't want in your life. Say no to being underpaid. Say no to taking a job just because you're desperate and you think you need it, if you know that job is literally going to be making you depressed. Just say no and set standards for yourself. Particularly in the creative industry, it's very difficult to come up with rates. And nobody really talks about it because rates and money is such a dirty word, and yet, we're a society based on money, so unfortunately it's been made really difficult for us to live without it. Be very clear in your mind about what you will not accept. Simply do not look for jobs that will make you miserable. Do not accept rates that are appalling. And yes, it's scary, and yes, it's a massive risk. Of course, there's situations that are an exception to this rule, just like there's always an exception to every rule. But in general, unless you proclaim to the world that you have value, the world will treat you as though you have none. It is up to you to declare the value that you have to the world. Meditate. I have found that meditation and mindfulness is probably one of the most powerful practices in order to clear your mind. when you experience anxiety, when you feel stressed, when you feel depressed, if you just anchor yourself in the present moment, even if it is just for a couple of minutes, it really changes your entire perspective. You experience a deep state of relaxation in your body and your mind follows. Sometimes when you are depressed, those 5 to 10 minutes are all you get in a day when you actually feel happy. So this is something I strongly encourage. And of course, more than that, it actually breeds creativity. Having a clear mind and having a clear space invites new ideas to come in. Come from a place of love and not from a place of fear. So many of us, when we are faced with situations that challenge us, that put our livelihood at risk, we start thinking fear-based thoughts. Unfortunately, fear-based thoughts of lack, they will only bring more lack and more fear into our lives. So as difficult as it may seem at the time, you have to sort of fake it until you make it in order to get better and in order for your life situation to get better. Finally, number 15, don't take life too seriously. At the end of the day, we are only here for a very limited amount of time and we are all going to die. It can be a very daunting experience or it can be a very happy one, because knowing how limited your time on earth is actually helps you put your worries into perspective and helps you enjoy the present moment as much as you can. I took a risk, I took a gamble at being self-employed, and 2 months later, I am happy to say that the gamble has been paying off so far. I managed to find clients as a freelance photographer and a freelance director. I managed to meet some incredible people who have helped me and who have encouraged me to follow my dreams and to follow my passion. And above all, I am so happy. Thank you so much for watching. If you've liked this video and if you'd like for me to do more, please hit the subscribe button below. I am Ella Creates and you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course here on YouTube. I will be back with a video next week on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to hearing from you in the comments. What are your own top tips that help you go through daily struggles and maybe that have helped you through a massive challenge in your life? Let me know. Bye!